Supergirl, Injustice. Let's check it out. So, by far, one of the coolest storylines ever was the Injustice storyline. That is Supergirl. She's actually in part 2. So, Xbox, I played Injustice 1, Injustice 2. Injustice 1 kind of explains it, then part 2 gets more personal and stuff. So, it's not bad. That's me meet Supergirl in here. And the funny story with this toy is every time I went to Walmart, she was there. Then my buddy goes, "Oh, we got to get it. It's a sign." So we finally brought it home. So, but she was a shelf warmer, peg warmer, whatever you want to call it. She just hung around there. So, yeah, Supergirl, DC Direct. So obviously you see it's one of those comic book exclusive ones. So the Injustice storyline. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It is a page puncher. People are like, what are page punchers? Well, obviously action page punchers, but to me it's like, you put them in a binder or something like that, collect them or something like that. But page punchers, there's action on the comic, so it's just another word for a comic book. So, and I'm seeing 2 little hands in here and stuff like that too. So let's get this thing open. So this is actually more of a recent toy. It was S22 season 22, so it's like a year old, which amazes me because that story's been out for a while. I think my favorite DC story out of everything, though, would be the Flashpoint, but the Injustice storyline is a close second. It's just amazing, and I'm actually disappointed no one at Walmart, picked this guy up. So, all right, get these little tape things open. This thing hasn't even been opened. Like, it's weird. Sometimes at Walmart you'll find stuff opened, thrown around, trashed. So, all right, she is. There's the little box there. There for this little background. So there's our comic and card. So we'll get to that in a minute. Actually, I do want let's go and get the stand out of there. So yeah, these McFarlane toys are pretty cool. They had some issues here and there where, like I had Sub-Zero's head fall off once, and I had some other, they're not posable enough, or they're not good enough, or whatever. Then they're too stiff. So I'm hoping she's actually all right. So I did pick up a Batgirl for her. So, and I have a Superman for later. So, all right. So what I'm doing is get the stand. So, all right. Move this to the side. Get that stand out of there. That's why I got scissors. Scissors solves everything. All right. Basic DC stand. Little DC logo. Figure. Do some cutting in here on these little rubber band things. So I'm afraid I'm going to cut the toy itself. But so far I'm doing all right. There. There. Try that side again. There. All right. Okay, let's get her out of there. So, do like that cape actually. Nope. Oh yeah, missed one. Most odd place ever. Middle of our leg. Missed that. Be careful. Try not to damage the toy. So I don't like those things. They do secure them. So, all right. Let's get this out of there real quick. Maybe. Cut them out of there too. There's a little hole in there. Maybe. Want to budge. All right. All right, so what I did was cut the tape a little bit and just kind of force them out. So these are tiny. These are very tiny. They're both little fist. That's all she comes with. Not bad. Get rid of this stuff here. All right, so here's our figure. So she does have a rubbery kind of cape. I do like the cape, even though in the Adjuster world it's kind of different. It almost reminds me of like royalty, like Kal-El, Kara, Zor-El, all that stuff. like almost like royalty and stuff. I do like her short hair. It's not blonde all the way. It has like black streaks and stuff going on in there. It has like goldish little details going on in there too. So her arm is very loose. This one's a little tighter. So maybe she's been on the shelf a little too long. So I am going to switch out those hands and put the fist on it though. But so she ratchets pretty good. Her double joints are pretty good. And her feet, yep, and her toes move up. So that's actually not bad. I like that. So she's probably the most innocent person in that storyline because she trusts the good at the same time. She wasn't around for everything. So yeah, I do like the gold details and stuff like that too. Love the cape being rubber. Of course, you move her back and forth and stuff like that too. So, all right, I'm gonna switch out these hands real quick. Looks like she's reaching for something. I want her to pretend like she's about to claw or something. So I pull that fist off, put the little hole there. Make sure you grab the right one. That, remember, it has those little pegs in there, so be careful. So, what sucks about it, you can see the joints after you put them on all the way. So, not fun. But I'm cool with that. Actually, we'll leave one like she's flying. That works. This one, she's about to punch somebody. All right. Of course, your little stand here. So yeah, I'm actually gonna get her a flying stand or something like that. So these things are a pain sometimes. Yeah. So I'm gonna get her a flying stand. But for now, that'd be her little pose. I do like the toes moving. I do like that. My speedsters do that. Some of my Batman figures do that too. So, which helps it pose better. Yeah. Not bad, not bad. Let's see what this card's all about. All right. Card. I'm going to cut that thing open. All right. So, of course, just like the comic has the Injustice artwork, you got Supergirl in there, Green Arrow, Dr. Fate, and the Batman of that world, Supergirl. Let's see. Real name, Kara Zor-El. As a child of Kara Zor-El witnessed the devastation of Krypton before she was sent back to Earth on the mission to protect her infant cousin, Kal-El. Arriving on Earth decades too late, she discovers that growing up, Kal-El has been imprisoned. Still determined to protect her family and its legacy, Kara will fight her cousin's enemies as Supergirl. So the funny part is, yes, she's backing her cousin up originally. Then later on, she finds out, you know what? He is definitely wrong, and his symbol does not mean hope. So yeah, that's a good little card. What I like to do with these cards and stuff, put them in a little case. Just for, collector reasons. Boom. That. Just put it in there. That card feels a little flimsy compared to the other ones. They got some really nice cards. Some of them do. Like the flash cards I have, they're actually like shiny and stuff. So there's a little card. There's the figure. Here's the comic. That's the comic, right? Let's check out the comic. So just like the card, you got Supergirl flying. I love the fact Green Arrow, he's actually from the alternative universe, multiverse. So it's really cool. I'm a huge Green Arrow fan. Dr. Fate, his power is almost like ungodly and stuff. So Injustice. So this is like part of the story. You got Superman being in prison, so we got Batman taking him down. You got Supergirl, like, what's going on here? So Brainiac related stuff. That is cool. Oh man. Yeah. You guys read this story. It's a really good story. It's summed up in the video games. The video game does not do justice for it. It is still cool. It'd be cool if they actually did a live adaptation to this storyline. That would be amazing. You know what I'm liking about this so far? I'm not seeing too many ads. The last comic book I shared had so many ads everywhere. It was annoying. So what I like about this, looks like it's more based on Supergirl. That's probably when she finds out the truth. Oh, hey, I disagree with my cousin. So, yeah, that's the 2 more pages going. Yeah, that might be a good read. Yeah. Oh, look, ads. That's so Black Adam. That's a cool Black Adam toy. I like the lightning. So yeah, that's cool. So that's the comic book it came with it. So overall, I mean, this toy was like $25 maybe, give or take. I don't know if it's on sale. I didn't really look at it, but comic book, card, cool little box, and of course you got the figure. And it comes with the 2 other hands, or another pair of hands. So yes. So if I get to get her a little stand where she's flying, perfect. Yeah, that's Supergirl. Injustice, Supergirl. Till next time, kiddies. Till next time.